Hey YouTube, going out for an afternoon walk and thought I would go live and ask you guys a question. How do you learn? I'm honestly asking that because it's no secret. I've been talking on a lot of the social platforms that are out and about a lot of the new venture that Network Chuck, David Bombal, and I have started to build as we kind of embark on a new learning platform. But one of the big things I want to put together is truly something different, truly something that changes the way we approach online training. So I want to give you the premise of why I'm asking this question first of all. And please chat in. I know it's late in the afternoon. It's probably the evening in most places. People have settled in to have time with family and stuff like that, which is about what I'm about to do. But I want to gather from you. I want to give to you what I've seen, and then gather from you what you see and how you think that we can do things different. And thanks for the kind word, DevOps. So I wanted to ask the question: How do you learn? How do you commit information to memory? So let me give you kind of a starting point, and then I'd love to hear your thoughts. So first and foremost, I've been doing video-based training for, well, it's 2021 now. For 20 years, I started actually at a company called KnowledgeNet way back in the day, and that evolved into CBT Nuggets, and now we're building something new, and I'm gonna announce that to you in a little while. But one of the things that I've seen is most organizations believe that videos do it. Like let me publish a video, you'll review this content, and you'll learn. And what I found in my own life and in watching a ton of other people that are on the journey of learning is you get the videos. Sometimes you watch the videos, but it becomes like a TV episode of, oh yeah, I saw that once. Oh yeah, I remember that. And within 5 minutes of watching the video, most of that is slipped away. And so a lot of times I've introduced a lot of the content that I create with if you're just going to watch this video, you're going to forget what I'm saying. So I encourage people to grab a notebook, take notes, try things out. A lot of the configurations that I'm doing, I encourage people to like build your own lab, like engage with it, work with it, and all of that. I think Harris, I gotta scroll back on some of that. Harris Ali was just saying, I have to grasp it. I have to write it down. I have to use it. Now, most people will say, I learn by doing, which is of course the pinnacle of learning. It's actually implementing and doing a lot of the stuff that you're learning as you go. But sometimes it's not that easy. And sometimes if you're preparing for a certification exam, for instance, DevOps, you were just saying, you don't learn it until you lab it up, and that's true. Like doing a lab, building whatever it is that you're doing is, the pinnacle of learning, but it's also the one that costs you the most. I mean, in terms of time, like just to build the lab environment sometimes takes 10 hours, and it's like, so I want to know what is the best way that you stick stuff in your head. As you know, thanks Ryan, as you know, I've been doing online videos for years. I know a lot of you that are even talking to me right now have taken a lot of the online videos that I've done. So I want to literally just kind of stop talking and listen. When you watch those videos, I think one of the gifts that I have is the ability to communicate in a fun way and in a motivating way, in a genuine way, and things like that. And I appreciate all the kind words. But I'm curious, when you guys have watched those videos from myself or others, how do you learn? Like I'm sure, like watching the video, whether it's easy, I've watched plenty of videos. It's easy to watch some instructors. it's very difficult to watch some instructors, but either way, you're just watching. So after you've seen the information, do you feel like you've learned it? Like, okay, a video is enough. Or do you watch a video, then do you grab a book and try and read, more around that? Or do you read a book first and then watch a video? Do you take notes? Jonathan is saying, I learn best by doing labs and read after reading and watching videos. So yeah, do you go straight into a lab, or for instance, like, let me give you a very real example of what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching the Security Plus, so video book notes, says Jay Cooley. I'm teaching Security Plus, CompTIA, the brand new version that they just came out with, right? And there is no labs. It's all concepts. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to be teaching a bunch of videos. I'm put a bunch of videos together on things like DNS security, HTTPS, SSL, TLS, asymmetric, symmetric encryption, all those kind of things. And hang on, Blake, I'm going to read that in a second. I'm going to be talking about all those things. There's no labs. It's going to be fun. I mean, I'm going to be like, okay, here's, you always wonder how, HTTPS works when you're going to a secure website. Let me show you, and I'll explain it. It'll be fun. But I know for myself, if I were to watch it, I would go, oh, that was cool. I kind of get the content, and then I go away. I would forget it. So let me look at Blake. Blake, I'm in a university program for IT security. I learn by writing and doing. The lab environment is great. Your videos, thanks, have been great for real world things, and you've been able to help me start installing. So what I'm hearing you say, Blake, is you love watching the videos and then actually getting into the lab and doing it in the real world. That's how you kind of stick it in. Harris is saying with the videos, you relate your learning experience to the instructor providing real world examples that sticks. Okay. You're actually bringing up something really good. Anthony, I'm going to get to yours next. But about 2 years ago, it's one of my problems with walking and talking. I get out of breath. I just keep going. About 2 years ago, at CBT Nuggets, I had this idea that they ended up branding the IT expertise series. And they did really well, which is like, for instance, here's how you really install wireless. Like, I was like, you know what? I can talk to you all day about wireless, but until I take you on site and show you what it really takes to set up a wireless network and do a passive survey, you're not really going to know it. And so here's what I did. I literally went to a customer, because many of you know I run a managed service provider. So I went to one of our customers that was doing a wireless update, and I was like, let's install it. So we did a whole survey. We did the install. And the funny thing was, I'm like, this is probably, and I still believe this to this day, it's probably some of the best training I've ever made. Those series, there's like 5 of them. How to really do switching, how to do wireless, how to do, implement, they're like cabling, all that kind of stuff. Some of the best training I did to date, but there's no exam. There's no practice questions. And I think people took that stuff and so first off, I've probably gotten more positive, like, that was great. But I would say they have, I don't want to say they haven't done as well, because they've done well, but they definitely haven't done as well as the certification. And when I pitched it to CBT Nuggets, and I was like, I think this will do really well, they're like, I think so too. All the IT people loved it, but it was almost like without a goal. Sorry, I got traffic driving by. Without a goal, without an exam, without a thing. Like, obviously, you're not going to the same customer site. You're not doing exactly the same thing. But without a something, it became more of like okay, that was cool. And what I'm trying to do is go beyond that was cool, or that was interesting, or that was, or Shane, that was motivating, like all great things. And I love that. And by the way, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the kind words. I truly appreciate that. But what I really want to know is, like, how do you make that stuff stick? Is it like, or maybe I'm asking the wrong question. Do you want to make it stick? Or is it just like, you know, we kind of live in a YouTube world where it's like, oh, okay, well, that was good. Okay, cool. I got that. Yeah. And you move on. It becomes one of the, you know, tuck somewhere in the back of your mind. I saw that once. Oh yeah, I remember that. And that's where you go to research. So let me scroll back up to some of the thoughts that I missed. So Anthony, actually, hang on. Let me go. I'm going too far. Video is great to visualize the content. The book is great for more in-depth content, and labbing it up to cement it all together. So combining all three methods, video, book, lab, is what you're after. Blake is saying exactly that. Yep. G, and practice questions and quizzes to strengthen materials and how well I understand and retain. There's a good question. Do practice questions help you? It's starting to get dark here. Do practice questions help you retain the information? Here, let me turn around so I don't turn into a shadowy figure. Do practice questions help you retain it, or help it sink in, or help you study better? Or is it just more of like I don't gloss over because I now have to answer the question? That'd be another one. Shane is saying, I'm now CCNP certified. Good. Thank you. Human attention, thank you, DevOps, is about as long as a goldfish nowadays. And I will full-heartedly agree with that. It's hard because you know, we're all like this. We're sitting on computer and 50 notifications. Hey, Twitter. Hey, there's a riot in Congress today. You know, you're like, whoa, what's that? And before long, your attention is too. It's not that we don't have attention span. I think it's just that we have so many distractions that are so hard to get past. So practice questions. G is saying, it helps me remember and retain. Study using labs, flashcards, books. Good. So I think what I'm asking is there a formula? And I think I saw somebody put in a formula. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Hello, Russia. Sorry, I can't pronounce their name, but great to see you from Russia. So is there give me a formula, and maybe there is none. Maybe it's specific per person. Just give me your formula. Do you have a rhythm? Do you watch the video, then read a book? Do you like, okay, so let's say you are studying for a certification exam. What's your formula? That's what I want to know. What is your formula if you've been successful doing that? Is it a book? Writing it down? Like Juicy, thank you. Juicy Juice, how about that? Writing stuff at the moment I'm watching it in the video helps retain. Good. Steven, video, book, labs. Then I look for real world scenarios. Good. From Ireland. Excellent. Eric, hey, Eric, Eric, you're on like every one of my live streams. It's great to see you as always. Howdy again. The best, these comments fade as soon as I move my finger. The best way I learn is generally video training, labbing it virtually, then physically, then applying it at work. If for some reason, he's saying for some reason I can't use books, and that's normal. Don't get me wrong. Books are not for everybody. Ironically for me, that's one of the best methods that I learn with. Here's a fun tip for you. I actually don't learn well from video at all. I prefer to just sit there and pour it on a book, and I think that's one of the reasons my video training comes across. Dog scared the crap out of me. So I think that's one of the reasons that my video training comes across well, is because it's more so me processing a lot of the stuff that I read in the books. So I'm looking Uplore, book, video, labs, then practice exams. That's good. Watch the video, look through the notes, quizzes, and practice exams. Okay, let me ask you a question. If you're attending training, so let's imagine there's training. There's a video. Underneath is the text. Okay, so here I'm gonna hone it in a little bit more. You've got a video and you've got a text that describes what's in the video. What do you go for first? Do you read the text, and then if you're confused, watch the video? Or do you watch the video and then if you're lost or you're still trying to figure, you're like, I didn't quite get that, then you read the text? Or do you always do both? That's give me that one. So Jan, first watch the text, first watch the text. No, you get that backwards. First watch the text, then the video. So watch the video, then read the text. So first watch the text, then the video. So read the text, then the video, right? Good. Listen to the video. Keep one. Going book, video, lab. Okay, so text, then video. Good. Eric, it's too long. Since becoming a network hero, write down everything. Yes. Rocket books are awesome. I have, I think, 5 of them. I use them constantly. 1 video, Danny, for concepts, notes. Book for details, notes. Lab. Video for concepts, write notes, and then use the book for details. Good. I read the text first, or my brain shuts down when I try to read. I have to read the text first, or my brain shuts down when I try to read. Video, then text. Interesting. So when I was looking for the magic formula, and I know everybody's different, but it feels like, okay, so for Brent, for certs, video classroom training, then read the cert exam guide, then lab to lock it in practically. Video or classroom training, good, then read the cert guide, then lab. I like that. So video, read the guide, read the book, then do the lab. Good. If it's intense, I'll screenshot. Good. Conceptually made videos sometimes go to text for interactive videos, you just work your way around it. Good. Exam blueprint, then video. Oh, actually, Angel, great. If you're studying for exam, that's exactly what I do. I literally, as a matter of fact, as I'm teaching the Security Plus and working through that, I print out the exam guide, and as I teach each topic, I'm like, okay, got that. I check them off, make sure each one. Uplar, I love your real world examples that we can't see when studying or learning theoretical concepts. You know what's funny? So in this new style of training, again, the whole reason I'm doing this live stream, and by the way, I got about 3 minutes until I get back to the little bridge to my house. So video games clarity? No, video games aren't, don't bring clarity. Those are a distraction. And there may be more context around that, but oh no, I lost the thought. Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's back. So as I mentioned, I'm working with Network Chuck, David Bombel. We're building kind of a new, we'll call it training platform. And it's going to take some time. I'm going to say you'll probably see the inklings of it about 3 months from now. Some of you know This Is IT. We're kind of doing a rework of that. But probably 6 months is it going to be where it's like, okay, there it is. But one of the things that we had a lot of discussions about, like I know someone said, I love the real world training that you do. I have gotten messages that I hate the real world training that you do. And vice versa on the cert side. Like one of the things I love doing is when I'm teaching certification, I'll mix in a lot of real world. And what I've found is people often don't appreciate that. And I used to be like, bunch of jerks, but now I kind of understand that myself. Sometimes, and I'm curious of your perspective on this. Sometimes if you're studying for a cert exam, like let's just say, like again, tomorrow I'm going to be teaching a big section of Security Plus content. Let's say I'm talking about asymmetric versus symmetric encryption, right? Sometimes people are just like, hey, just tell me what I need to know for the exam. Like asymmetric encryption, 2 keys, public, private, symmetric, single key. Like here's the list, and make it entertaining. Don't just go into bullet point, like here is the, et cetera, et cetera. Don't add too much real world to it, because I feel like it's too much. Like I'm putting too much in my mind for that. So one of the rules I'm making, so I'm creating a lot of the guidelines for a lot of the new stuff that we're doing, is I'm like, hey, if it's cert training, stick to the exam outline. Don't add in other stuff. And it kills me to say that, but I have a feeling the majority of people would appreciate that versus, many of you that have taken my training in the past know that I'm given to, well, we'll just say soapboxes and side tangents, like dog barking in the backyard. I'll talk about that dog forever. And I want to talk about, hang on, Harris. He said, I strongly disagree. Eventually you're jumping into the real world. Brother, you're reading my mind. And that was the argument I used forever is, look, I'm teaching a cert course. I'm going to give you the real world. Here's what the real world is. But then I thought about it and I started thinking, you know what? A lot of the certifications don't care about the real world. As a matter of fact, if you teach the real world, they may get a question or two wrong on the exam because the certification may be like, hey, you know what? That's not how we recommend doing it, right? Regardless of what your experience is in the real world. So I actually I'm in a quandary right now because I'm trying to say, I'm setting the guidelines for this new training platform we're in the midst of building. And I'm trying to say, if it's cert focused, stick to the cert exam. That's it. Like sure, add in some real world content. I mean, don't be like, you know, on the exam, B is, I mean, that's dumb. Nobody likes that kind of training, I don't think. But I mean, don't go off, like, for instance, if I'm explaining that, talk about, okay, you know, in a business, this is how they could use it, but don't dive too far into, okay, like, for example, we just set up a static one-to-one NAT for a Ubiquiti server that we're hosting at the data center, so it's only like you can go off that far, and people are like, all right, I'm done. I don't want that training. Okay, so that said, good. Honestly, I think you guys have given me a lot of great, just again, and sometimes just talking with you and hearing your thoughts. And I would love if someday YouTube Live could let us all, you know, just kind of collaborate. I would love nothing more than like this big somehow that you could control it so nobody talks over each other. But for now, we'll have the thought bubbles that are popping up, and go from there. So yes, I'm nearly to my bridge. This is, where am I? Somewhere over there. There's my bridge that leads me back to my neighborhood. So as much as I would love to keep talking, we'll have to stop so I can get home to my family and get some warm dinner. So anyway, I would love to do more brainstorming. If you could, in the comments of this video, chat some things that you would love to brainstorm with me, because sometimes it's, you know, I'm always having spaz thoughts, but sometimes there's things that I think would be relevant to all of us that I just don't think of. So I love having a little list of topics that I go after. So anyway, are you still using? Yes, there's the bridge. I haven't converted to switching yet. It's a software-based bridge rather than ASIC-based. So that said, great talking to you guys. We'll talk again soon.